And we shall begin with good old Damien.
Ah, bugger. Okay, so what's Damien going to do today? Well, Damien is first. He's going to look into how much is that diamond he's been given worth.
The diamond you have been given has 300 gold of value.
Excellent. I shall be selling that.
Right, I'm going to sell 300 gold.
Cool. And then I'm going to then look into seeing a blacksmith, or maybe if I could find an alchemist, to try and see if I could get some unique arrowheads made for my bow and arrows.
Unique arrowheads. Interesting.
Yep.
Give me just a moment. And how unique are we talking? Are we talking magic or something else?
Maybe look into some, I don't know, making explosive based sort of arrows, or perhaps stuff that can just cause a little bit more damage. Maybe something like, I don't know, some sort of chemicals or something like that. This is why I'm thinking it. Damon has no exact clue on how they can be made. So this is why he's going to be asking to see what could be done.
In that case, yes, there is something that can be done. That being, one of the alchemists is basically more than happy to make some arrows which have properties of alchemist fire.
Ooh.
Meaning they will have a mini burst of fire damage upon hit.
Excellent. How much would he be charging for those?
So obviously they'd have to make the alchemist fires themselves. And let's see. For some reason my list is not coming up with the price. It's because it is not a simple weapon. I don't know why that thing was on. So alchemist fire. So it would be 50 gold per arrow.
50 gold per arrow.
Indeed. Because each alchemist fire on its own is worth 50. However, if you wanted to spend your downtime basically working at the alchemist and helping him with the stuff, he would be happy to halve that for you.
I'll be happy to be doing that.
Right.
And
in that case, you spend a week at the alchemist helping him with bits, and
cool.
You can get them for 25 a pop.
Excellent.
A alchemist fire arrow does an extra d4 of fire damage on hit.
Cool. I shall make 10 of those.
And yeah, creature has to make a dex save to put itself out, otherwise it keeps taking damage. That's nice.
Nice.
Nice. With that done, then we shall then move on to Larissa.
Hey, so I was told I could maybe get in touch with some of these contacts. I sent you a message.
Yep.
So while I'm in the tavern, just kind of watching to see if anybody comes up.
What exactly are you needing them for, is the thing?
Well, I trust that you've got a bit of discretion, but I've come across information about this. Slides this across the table. And I want to know if that's something of value to you and your associates.
The gentlemen who do come up to you sort of look at each other. Well, that is valuable, certainly. But would it not be guarded? These things are rarely ever just lying about.
True. Well, you're in a bit of luck in that this package has just been moved recently, so they're still settling in. If you go now, you have a chance of actually being able to pick it up before other interested parties do, but if you really don't need it for anything, I'm sure.
Alright, and what are you asking? Surely this doesn't come for free.
Of course not. What kind of ballpark are we in, like money-wise? What's your starting offer?
He crosses his arms. Make me one.
Oh, okay. 200 gold. That is 2 healing potions apiece for me and our mutual friend. And it's dangerous out there.
You can make me an insight check. Alright, they give each other a look, and you're not exactly too sure what kind of look it was. As he turns around and sort of strokes his beard. I could do that.
Alright. Well, just to be clear, I'm sure you still have a profit margin. I don't care what it is, and I don't care what you're doing with this, but I work here, and the faster this conversation wraps up, the better, so... You give me the gold, I tell you everything I know.
Fine. He hands you 200 golds and, how many healing potions was it?
Total of 4.
4 healing potions and 200 gold he hands over.
Okay. Then I will
then
write
you-
down all of the information, and that's
Interesting.
all I need to do.
Alright, grant yourself an inspiration. Orion Mizrim.
Hello. So for starts, I want to get that amethyst that I was given appraised so that I can sell it.
This particular amethyst, the jeweler tells you, has magical properties.
Ooh.
He'll take it off your hands for a tidy sum of gold if you want him to.
Okay, well, first of all, I'm gonna cast, and having been told it was just, it had magical properties, I'm casting Identify on it.
Wait a second, I've got a magic item. Excuse me.
Yes.
Marvelous. In that case, what you currently have is an elemental gem.
An elemental gem.
Yes, if you use an action to break the gem, you basically get an elemental as if you would cast the 3rd level spell, Summon Elemental.
Is it random?
You get to choose
Oh.
an air, earth, water, or fire.
Okay, then. How much is this dude gonna offer for it?
He would give you 750 gold for it.
Ooh.
It is only a one-use item, but he is willing to put that much.
Okay, well, I am willing to give it to him for that much. So, 750 gold?
Yep. And he will take the elemental gem off your hands.
Nice. So, that's good to hear. Alright, so that's handled. The second thing, and this kind of involves a bit of Volbidian's downtime, he would be going to go inform Thane of their actions involving the kobolds.
Is Volbidian going with Orion on this quest?
Yeah, yes, we are.
Alright, so the
Basic.
two of you head on up to Thane's lands. You don't actually know where he lives, but it's not long before he finds you, or
Fair.
rather some of his minions. And
Fair enough.
through the minions, not long until he sort of turns up. And
Fair
what
enough.
do you tell him?
Well, Orion looks down at Volbidian and is like, you want me to take the lead on this, or do you want to talk to him?
I have no problem talking to him if you want me to.
Go for it.
Master Thane, we have returned from relieving your domain of the kobolds, and it was a relatively easy task, sir. But there is some very interesting news about it.
Go on.
Well, I don't think my companion would want you to know this, but obviously, sir, you are the master of this land, and it is your right to know what happens on your land. And we found a red dragon egg.
I see. Where is it now?
Well, we have removed it from your land because, from what we know, you're kind, sir. We know you are kind of territorial. We weren't sure what would happen, and we wanted to try and give this thing a fighting chance, at least off of your land. I'm sorry if that upsets you, but I can give you the exact location if you would like it, to where that egg is. But we have removed it from your land for sure, sir.
His stance becomes more guarded as he crosses his arms while you're speaking, and you see that his eyes narrow somewhat. But the words that come out of his mouth do not seem to match his demeanour. I see. I appreciate your candour and honesty in this matter. If they are no longer within my lands, then it is no concern of mine. Although, I will state that if I ever ask you to do such work again, that you deliver such a thing to me. I should have been more specific in my instruction.
Well, I had the utmost apologies, sir. If I had known that you would not, wanted this, I would have brought it to you directly. But I did what I thought was right. I'm sorry.
It is no
Well,
matter.
he also did so. At this point, Orion would also step up. He's like, he did so at my convincing as well. I had to convince a fair few of the people working with us at that time to actually help us move the kobolds and their egg off the land.
If they are no longer in my lands, then it is no longer a concern of mine. And technically,
All right.
you have done as I requested. Perhaps not in the fashion in which I asked, but I am a fair lord, so I shall grant you at least a part of the reward you were supposed to be given. He hands you 600 gold pieces. Spread this amongst your party.
Will do. That said, though, my lord, and Orion, again, standing there, kind of at attention, I will be doing my best to keep an eye on this particular band of kobolds and their charge for the interests of the person who currently owns the land in which my guild is sit upon.
Yes, I think that is also apt restitution. You shall ensure they do not enter my lands again.
Fair enough.
Excellent. In that case, we are done here.
Sounds good. And I'll
He takes
bow
a
my
bow.
way out.
Same with Orion.
Mm.
As when they get far enough distance away, Orion looks over at him and at Volby. Well, that went better than I thought.
Yeah. So you're taking 300 and I'm taking 300?
He did say spread it amongst the rest of the group. So-
What they don't know doesn't hurt them.
Lawful versus chaos.
I'll let you keep your 300. I'll spread the rest of my end.
All right.
At least for the ones that helped me move the rest of the kobolds and didn't just stand back.
So everyone except Culver.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. In that case, yeah, you can both grant yourselves an inspiration.
Woo! Inspiration.
Perseverance.
Hello. Right. One thing I would have done during the week is look to see if Chandril or Faith had need of me.
They currently do not. Faith is still getting used to, I suppose, village life. And as for Chandril, she is far too busy teaching Faith everything about what is expected of them as priestesses, basically.
Understandable. In that case, I would have just left it as a, you know where to find me. I hope. And I would do as I did last week. Caravan guard along the west road. Just keep an eye on the situation.
As you sort of leave the temple, Freya, saying that sort of Faith sort of calls after you. Yes, don't worry. If I need you, I'll just appear in your head again. And you hear Chandril telling her off. No, you can't just do that whenever you want anymore. Regardless, you head off into the roads and make travelling a considerable amount safer. Let's see how much money you make, my lad. $31 gold pieces. It's not bad.
Excellent.
And of course, the side effect of having nicer travel encounters. Or less frequent ones, as long as you're close to the road.
Even better.
Next, we go to Volbidion.
Well, since I already did part of my downtime to go visit Thane,
Yeah.
I don't want to take up too much time. Can I visit old Reef Toes and see if he has gotten any hides for me yet?
He's found a couple of hides. He's got a dire wolf
Oh, nice.
that
Ooh.
he sort of saved because it was too big for him to eat.
Perfect. And we'll just add that to my nice collection of things then, and that'll be it for me, because I don't want to take up too much time.
Enjoy. And finally, Xander.
The elephant, the myth, the legend that is Xander. So, you know that Fey plant I collected in the last session?
Yes.
I'm gonna bury it in Olba,
Uh-huh.
and I'm gonna look after it. It's gonna be my best friend, and I'm also gonna have one of the abandoned houses as my home.
Fantastic. What are you doing when you plant it to make it nicer?
I'm gonna druid craft it and use healing magic to make it all better.
You can make me either a nature or a survival check, whichever's better.
Let's try this one. No.
Okay.
No.
So you plant it, and you think it would take a while for it to acclimate to its new surroundings. So you're just gonna have to wait and see.
That is fine. I have the patience of the perseverance, yeah?
Indeed. Other than planting the flower, is there anything else you're doing?
Actually, yes. I still have the pink goo from when we fought the hags. I'm going to run some tests and see what it does.
The pink goo.
Yeah.
Could you give me a bit of extra context as to where you came across said goo?
It was in the hag's cauldron.
Oh, that goo.
That goo.
It's gone a bit off.
Huh.
The magic in it is still there, and you have no idea what will happen if you eat it.
You know what? I'm gonna find a sucker and I'll eat it instead. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Marvellous. Excellent.
And that's my downtime.
This truly is Chaos Party. Grant yourself an inspiration.
Thanks, Doc.
Alright, and now on to the rumours. Our rumours today. There are, of course, some knights in gold holding up travellers along the northern roads. There is the added difficulty of... Well, it's not really much of a difficulty. There are the Rinlanth Stormlords in town, still seeking heroes. And finally, Baron Erin Tegid is asking for help at his southern mansion.
Oh, I knew he would need help again.
I have no doubt he will be needing help again.
However, I am still interested in this book, and not just because I want to drink whatever it is they have, but mostly because of that.
Orion's basically just sitting at the table, his book still writing stuff around, but he's also working around with a flask of acid and a bag of ball bearings and seeing mixing ratios of it into a glass to see if it'll burn up the ball bearings.
I see. A little bit of experimentation.
Yes.
Look, if the crowd, if the people in town are gonna call us heroes, I'm certainly willing to hear them out at the very least.
Yes, that's the spirit.
Yeah, that sounds like the fun, yeah?
So it's three votes for the Stormlords.
The finding of the Book of Exalted Deeds.
Yes.
Indeed.
I am interested in these Stormlords as well, so I may as well put my vote to them.
In that
Oh,
case,
fantastic!
we have majority.
Just to be difficult, I'm going to say, let's go visit the Gold Knights. Yes, yes.
Unfortunately, now that the
know.
majority has voted, your vote means nothing.
Perseverance and Xander, have you met these people?
I've met the elephant.
No,
Well, no,
And-
I mean the Stormlords.
I haven't.
Mine.
Okay, I will introduce you. They're very nice. And then
They
I'll
do
like...
the drinking and the punching.
They do a lot of the drinking, but they will not share whatever it is until we come back with the book.
I do the thinking, and I should do the introductions, yeah?
Yes, let's go.
Marvelous.
Orion basically picks up all of his stuff, having dumped the rest of the bag of ball bearings into the container with the rest of the acid flask.
I see.
Yes.
Good.
So, yes. Anyway, carrying on.
Alright, so you all head into the centre of town, which, funnily enough, the main square is just outside of the Axe and Thistle Tavern. And you see the big fountain in the centre, the sort of river passing by that sort of bisects through the main square, and sort of dancing in front of the fountain with raucous music, banging of drums, and much ale in their hands. You see a trio of extremely well-muscled men, all covered in blue tattoos with sort of blonde hair that has been braided, even long braided bits of beard with tiny metal bits of jewellery holding it all together. And yeah, you actually see that as they dance, they begin to like walk through the air as if the air was solid for them. And
Amazing.
yeah, they sort of like dance up about 10 feet up in the air together, and sort of do this what seems to be a ritual, I guess, of dance. And people are like cheering, throwing coins, all sorts of other bits. They all sort of sweep down to the ground with a bow and sort of clap their mugs together before taking a large flagon, a big old drink.
Well, hello again, friends. I brought more people, and we're going to help you. And also, Xander, last time I met these guys, they offered to give me tattoos. I thought I'd tell you just in case they're willing to tattoo you.
They do the tats, yeah? And I just...
They do!
The tats.
Ah, I see you already have many tattoos on your body already, Loxodon. Impressive.
Yeah, but I do have space for them all, yeah?
Indeed, we are more than happy to grant you tattoos, drink, and many more, provided you prove that you are truly a hero.
This
What?
does not sound bad at all. This sounds the good, yeah?
What is it we need to do to prove that we are heroes?
There is...
It's the book!
Indeed. There is a ruin, a place of great importance somewhere in these lands, and it is there that lies a book that, if read, will make anyone into the ultimate hero, the Book of Exalted Deeds. All ye need to be doing is go there, find it, and return triumphant.
Sounds simple, but
Fair enough. Where's the
everything
room?
that sounds simple is not always simple.
I can tell that you are all ready for this challenge, and as such, as is customary, we must send you off with a toast.
I get my cup back out.
Get my cup out.
You see that they don't take this liquid out of their barrels. One of them pulls out a wineskin that is covered in like the same sort of runic script that their bodies are covered in, and they pour. To those of you who have cups out, they pour it into those cups, but then for those who don't, they pour into their own cups. And each of you is handed a goblet of this amber-coloured liquid that smells quite sweet. They all hold up their mugs. A toast
I hold-
to heroism.
To heroism!
To heroes,
Drink it!
I just chug it down. Chug, chug, chug.
Orion, he drinks it, very, very, just he drinks it casually.
Okay.
I get out
Valbidian,
I got my Sakizuki and drink it from that.
Valbidian will hand his away to either Xander or Larissa.
I'll take it.
As a
I'll take
father,
it.
I need to refrain from drinking right now.
The three tattooed men look at you in like shock and horror. You must.
I hold up my hand and then point to Steven. While I would love to partake, I need to be a good father for this one right here.
You cannot go if you do not drink.
I can like, cover his eyes or something so he doesn't see.
Why can't I go if I don't drink?
Because it is tradition. It is customary. You must.
I understand that, but I also need to set an example.
Then you will have to be left behind. I'm sorry.
Why? Vinny, I must ask, why are you bringing a child?
Well, this is Steven, and he is my adopted son right now, and I don't have anybody to leave him with, so I will take care of him.
You can leave him with the bartender. You can leave him with one of us. We are heroes.
I don't know you from the bartender at all. What can you? Tell you what, I will leave him with you if you can give me something of yours that is very, very near and dear.
Yes. You sort of see that he goes through his beard and pulls off a shiny looking ring that was holding one of the braids together. It is beautifully engraved. He hands it over to you. This was made for me by Rin himself and was granted to me when I became a Stormlord. It is one of the most precious things that I own. Return it to me when you return, and everything will be fine.
Valbidian will take the ring and hand it to Darian real quick and be like, you need to take a look at this. Orion, sorry. Take a look at this real quick and tell me what you think.
He holds it in his hand and casts Identify.
It is magic. It has a enchantment of lightning resistance upon it.
Okay. Yeah,
Right.
it's very much a important value to this man.
All right.
And he hands it back.
He will slowly take Steven out of the baby Bjorn and hand it over to the Stormlord.
He sort of he puts it over one of his arms, which is just about thick enough to like wrap it round. And
please don't tattoo the baby while I'm done.
we are not we are not monsters.
Do it.
We would never do such a thing. Besides, the baby has not proved himself a hero yet.
I guess that's true. And Valbidian will take a small drink of the wine or whatever it was.
All right.
The good lad, and I slap him on the back.
Good.
I didn't have to fret about an infant.
Now that we are all gathered in this holy tradition, you may set off on your journey. He sort of points, and you see that in the distance, you see like storm clouds gathering. It is there that you must go.
The excellent. I like the thunderstorms and the boom booms and the bang bangs, yeah?
Sounds good to me.
Certainly a flair for the theatrics.
And inside the death sphere, Darian sneezes slightly.
At least easy to follow.
Indeed.
Anyway, moving on.
Who is going to be the Pathfinder for today's session?
I can athletics if needed. Or do you want to do something else?
I have 5 survival or 4 stealth.
I have 7 stealth. I do.
I have 8 athletics.
I have -1 athletics and survival.
Larissa, let's roll. 8.
Okay! I got it!
Shall I go?
Yeah, why not?
Sure.
Go for it.
Come on. Yeah!
Following clouds, how hard could it
Nice
be?
roll.
In that case, with a 21, you get all 5 actions and both of the bonus actions. Marvelous. Congratulations. You did it.
You did it.
Thank you. Everyone almost died very well, I'd like to
Everyone
think.
would be proud of you if it was a survival roll.
Aye, aye. In that case, let us go out into the weird wide world.
Suddenly stomping.
In that case, you're sort of heading out into the wilds, so to speak. Not that they're too wild right now. All you can really see is farmland and road. But a few hours pass, and the sun sort of lazily drifts through the sky, peaking and then starting to head back down again, before some commotion further up the road catches your attention.
Ooh.
Indeed.
Commotion.
You see a man running and 3 men on horseback sort of chasing.
Towards us?
Yes, they're heading towards you down the road.
Are the guys on horseback wearing any kind of marking we can recognize?
No.
Is the running guy?
It's hard to tell from here, but you think that the running person may be a tabaxi. You can't see their face very well, but they appear to have a tail. The man sort of like darts off the road into some bushes, and the the horsemen sort of disappear into the trees to the south. And as you continue down the road, about 10 minutes later, the man re-emerges, the running man, and you see that it's a human. And he like sees you, sprints in your direction, and like falls at his feet before you. Please, you've got to help me.
What did you do with your tail?
Good God, man.
You actually see that he has a foxtail, which appears to have been pinned to his back, or like his lower back, with like a spike. There's like blood everywhere.
No!
What?
Did those people do that to you?
Yes, that had to be. Please.
Ryan basically takes a step past the man. Form up. Protect him. I suspect that these guys are going to come for him soon.
Okay, I'm going to pull this spike out and give you a health potion, okay?
I can take care of the healing part. Don't
You
worry.
can, okay, that's... Yeah,
I will
alright.
ready my bow.
Bite your teeth so you don't cut your tongue off, and then I'm gonna pull the spike out.
Yeah, he's like. "Ugh!" He lets out like an agonized sort of moan through his teeth, and then perseverance.
Yeah, I'll give him. Let's say I'll give him like 5 lay on hands.
I think 5 would
Oh, that
suffice.
might-
Yeah.
Orion basically he charges up a spell, Shatter in this case, and he's waiting to he's going to cast it if the horsemen do not stop when he calls for them to stop.
Okay.
Who's chasing you?
As the guy like gets healed and you surround him, he like just falls to the floor and like is breathing really heavily. It's obviously been running for perhaps miles. He's just like like catching his breath. But otherwise he seems all right. And it is not long before you hear rustling through the bushes, and coming out are 3 rather clean shaven and rather orderly looking gentlemen on horseback, who, upon seeing the lot of you, sort of rein their steeds backwards and come to a stop almost immediately.
Hello, good friends. What are you doing to this poor man with the spiky butt?
Poor man? I'm sorry, are you taking sympathy for that criminal?
Well,
Crime
I
is
have not heard your side of the story yet, so I cannot make my judgment, yeah? Please.
what crime has he committed, and by what authority do you prosecute?
That man is a thief. He was caught not 2 nights ago on my father's estate trying to steal from us money, valuable items. He even killed one of our guard dogs in his escape. But we captured him, and we decided that we would let him be hunted for once.
So this is his penance. You're hunting him down for sport.
We are teaching him a lesson so that he never inconveniences another person again.
He's not going to learn anything if he is dead.
Oh, you had no intention of killing him? Did
I
we,
went-
boys? And they, laugh.
I want
I'm
to
gonna
talk
insight
to the
check
guy.
that.
Sorry, what were you going to say, Larissa?
I want to talk to the fox guy real fast.
He's still breathing hard on the ground. He looks up at you with, a concerned expression.
Are you a slave or something?
Shakes his head. No. What he
Tell
says...
me.
What he says is true. I stole from his family
He probably deserved it.
under the guise of working for them. But my family, we were so poor. His father, the people who live on his lands, are in abject poverty from the taxes. It is the only way I could feed them. And the man sort of shakes his head. It matters not. You had a plentiful wage under our employ and still chose to take more than you needed. You deserve to be punished, sir.
More than he needed, you say? If it is more than he is needed, then why is he saying that his family is starving?
Well, it's not my fault that they breed like rabbits. If they had less mouths to feed, perhaps they would be a little better off.
And if you had less mouths to feed, then you have less of a workforce.
Sort of rolls his eyes. Children are not made to work. It will be many, many years before they do anything, and we were doing just fine without people stealing from us. Now, I'm going to have to ask you to hand him back over to my custody.
I'd like to insight both these guys and the thief.
Alright, insight check for the dudes,
That's the first one.
and then insight check for the thief. So, insight check for the dudes. They are definitely enjoying the hunt, and are, the you don't know whether you think they were getting so caught up in the chase that maybe they might have let him die, but you're not sure. He's mostly saying that to try and appease you, and as for the thief, he is telling the entire truth. Now, he lives lawfully on my father's land. As such, the law dictates that you must hand him over to us. You won't want to get the guard involved, would you? I mean, we are out in the wilderness right
Currently
now.
on your father's land.
Well, no.
Then he's no longer in your jurisdiction. He is now ours.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Back off and leave him alone.
Who exactly is your father?
He turns his head towards you. I'm sorry. You don't know my father?
We are very new. We came off the boat a few days ago.
I don't even know who you are, so why would I know who your father is?
Wait, I'm sorry. Am I fielding questions from a goblin? Why don't you let your
fielding
more
questions from a
able-minded companions speak, Greenskin?
Yes.
Steps forward immediately in
The same
front.
of you.
goes,
Enough insults. Who are you?
I'm sorry. I do apologise. He points over to Damien. Perhaps could we talk to you? Perhaps it appears that your retainers, or whatever it is you are travelling with, have overstepped their bounds, sir.
Sir? Okay. And I just quickly turn to Pi. Let me just have a quick word with them. If things go out of hand, well, let's just say you'll see my sword drawn.
Yay. Watching for the signal. Good luck.
O'Brien's basically still standing there. He's not moving. He's just looking at him going,
You do the moving. I pick up Orion and we move him away.
no.
I shrug, roll
sorry.
my eyes.
Negative.
Is-
Let me do my thing, please.
Well,
Sure,
regardless,
roll my eyes help Xander.
while you guys are sort of tussling about, Damien steps forward. Please, sir, surely you can be reasonable. You understand the laws of this land, do you not? This man is a criminal. If he got taken to Fairhill, he'd just be locked away anyway. So hand him over to us and everything should be fine, no? You do keep very strange company, by the way. He's sort of looking at the rest of the party.
Well, you could say I'm also a strange man myself, if what some people may consider me, as he just points to his own dressing attire.
I take it that you're some sort of performer, perhaps? Regardless, hand the man over to us, won't you?
Unfortunately, I cannot do that. We are not within your land limits, and we are abiding by the laws here. However, I do understand your perspective on the matter. Unfortunately, should we say, he was not fast enough to catch this man. Let's say, better luck next time. However, if you wish to be taking this up to be further on, we could say you could talk to the guards of the law on these lands about handing this man over.
Finders keepers, is it? Ha!
I wouldn't say finders keepers. Let's just say I am just on the fence on the matter. But I do understand your perspective. But we're not on your land.
At you. Fine.
If it was on your land, I would have been happy to hand him over. But unfortunately, we are not.
He sort of like spits and it lands like not on you but like at your feet. And he says, "Fine, we'll ride to Fairhill then and we'll get this sorted out." He sort of points at the man on the floor. "You best not show your face around us. You know what'll happen." And the three of them ride off, leaving you guys in a rather intentional cloud of dust.
Okay, so if we get your family, can you go anywhere else? Because if you go back home, I mean...
I think there is a place. We
Do
don't
you live far from here?
Yeah, I have the place. Have you heard of the place called Olba?
It's abandoned. No one could live there.
I have a house there. You can stay there. It's all pretty, and I have the food. You can stay there while I'm away, yeah?
I was thinking of going to Crimor, actually. They're a bit hard, but at least behind those walls, no noble would be able to reach me.
That is the truth. But my office is there if you change.
I suggest to the man that you head down to my large companion's hideout for now, just to quickly lay low. Until the time is right, then you head over to the place where the hard walls that are impenetrable.
But do you live far away? Where is your family and how many of them are there?
He sort of shakes his head. Not too far, and, well, with my wife and we have 3 daughters. I could gather them and take them to Olba way before those gentlemen return on their horses. I think I may take you up on your offer, sir, he says to Xander.
Yeah.
She turns to the party. I'm not going to ask for many things, but can we at least get his family back together and get them off of those people's land?
That seems reasonable, yes.
Okay, thank you.
I shall be happy to comply.
Sir, how much did you try to steal from these people?
Oh, well, my family, we are not very well off. I was trying to take an amount that would keep us going for a couple of months, about 2 gold.
I will gladly hand him 20 gold.
He looks at it, eyes wide. Sir,
you take this.
Where did you... What?
Yes, you take this.
This is more than a man like me should see in a lifetime.
I'm going to give him 30 more gold on top of this.
He doesn't take it. He puts his hands up in the air.
No.
What kind of trick is this?
No, listen to me. What I want you to do, because I hate to say this, guys, we're on a mission already, and as much as I'd love to be sidetracked, I want you to go and buy a horse and a cart and get your family out of there and go to Olba. This should get you there, buy rations, get what you need, and meet Xander and Olba.
couldn't possibly take this. I can't repay you.
I
just
don't expect
take it.
repayment.
For the
At all.
girls?
You know what? Just expect it as me paying it forward. I'm sure one day there might be a time when I will need your help with something, sir. So just take it, get the Olba, and we'll settle up another day.
You see tears welling up in his eyes. An amount
I
like
give him a
this
nice-
is life-changing for a man like me.
Xander politely pats him on the head.
Lobedin pats him on the back. I get it.
I honestly have no idea what to say.
I'll tell you what to say. I'll tell you what to do that you can make it up to me. Don't let your girls be racist like those people.
He nods. Of course not, sir. Of course not. Never.
Is
By
it
the
And,
way, what is the name?
Oh, yes.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he sort of shakes his head. You can call me Revak.
It's nice to meet you, Rebecca. I wish
I
it was
am
under.
the Xander. Yes, I am the Xander. That's the Larissa. And this is the Damien, the Orion, the Vulbanian, and the Perseverance.
Oh,
I
well.
caught that.
I will never forget your names. Any of them.
And we. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Go ahead.
carry on.
Can we walk with him as far as our paths go together, since we were in this mission anyway? Is that okay?
That's fine by me. But like I said, let's make sure we don't get too sidetracked. As much as I would love to take care of them
Sure.
now, but we have this Steven. I gotta worry about Steven too.
Sure.
Good point.
Indeed.
Okay. Let's go towards your house until we have to part ways, I guess.
Okay. In that case, you go for about an hour before he reaches his sort of turning, and sort of thanks you profusely, waves goodbye, and heads towards his home to make good use of the money that you have very kindly given him. You then carry on through the night, and through the rest of the evening until it gets dark, and it's time to rest.
We'll make that a safe camp.
You're going to use your bonus action to make it a safe camp?
May as
Right.
well.
That's your only
Excellent.
use of it. So
But
you make sure that no encounters will be had this night. And it's a fairly good thing too, because the rain starts to come down hard. Off in the distance you can hear the rumble of thunder and the occasional sort of lighting up in the clouds of lightning flashing above the clouds.
I'd like to take this moment to put on that thunder ring. I don't know how big it would be on Lovidian.
You'd be able to fit it around one of your fingers,
Okay.
given that it was around the guy's it was one of the beard braids. So yeah,
Gotcha.
it might not fit snugly, it might be a bit loose, but it will stick there.
All right. Perfect.
And yeah, is there anything anyone is doing over the evening as the thunderstorm rolls through?
Xander's going to watch the thunderstorm and at the same time cultivate his where is it? Where is it? Masher mush. There it is.
The masher mush.
Yeah.
Your giant mushroom, indeed.
I shall be contacting my my spy contacts with the message bird to see if I can get an update on what is currently happening, and to say about the our current person who we have just saved. I'm going to try and ask to see about these people who were chasing him, to see about if they can know about the whereabouts of these people. That's a bit too much.
That's all right. You send out the big crow comes down. Message! and you write down your note, sort of shielding it from the rain, put it on its leg, and with a sort of nod of its head and a big flap of its wings, it heads off back towards Fairhill. Message! It cries off into the thunder cloud as it sort of disappears into the night.
Those are the strangest things I've ever seen.
Volbidian's going to try to play his drum in tune with the thunder, just because.
It's a pretty slow tune, but yeah.
It's the Song of Storms. There we go. And I'm awful at it.
Oh, whatever the Song of Storms is in Zelda. I'm gonna have to stop because naturally my rendition is so close to the original that I might get copyright striked. So, yeah. Anyone else throughout the evening? We've had a few.
I mean,
Volbidian, I feel bad for having you shoulder all those expenses. Do you want some of my gold?
I appreciate it,
I
but
can't
it's
in good
okay.
faith. I can't in good faith leave you that out of pocket.
It's fine. I'm just a humble leather worker with enough cash to handle a few peasants here and there, so don't worry about it. I'll be okay.
What do you insist?
Keep it for something you might need one day.
Indeed.
Larissa is probably just staring into the fire, but not really doing anything else.
From there, I get to spend the evening in quiet prayer.
Oh, nice. Yeah, in that case, if no one else is doing out, then yeah, okay. The night goes by peacefully, and you'll sleep well. The rhythm of the thunder is somehow more of a relaxing element than a troublesome one. And as you wake up in the morning, the rain is still there, although only really half-heartedly.
Oh, right, it's morning. Gotta get the practice in. Yes!
Oh, what a roll!
The duality of cat.
Ah, perfect!
Yeah. Somehow, with your weird-shaped palms, you manage to play an excellent tune in the morning that rouses everyone and makes them feel ready for the day. Each of you can gain a D4 inspiration.
Yay!
Ooh. D4 inspiration, nice.
Aye, indeed.
Nice.
So yeah, you see that the storm up ahead is still going.
I love these storms. I like the boom booms and the bang bangs. It's very pretty, yeah?
It is.
Indeed. It reminds me of my home.
Really? Storms a lot where you're from?
You could say that's where my temple where I trained near. We get to see many of the storms. We even have you could say we have some sort of a martial practice where we practice within the storms.
Oh! Is it strong enough for you to do that now, or?
It's more of a tradition rather than something that brings you all actual benefits. To you, it may look like a silly dance to you.
I like silly dances, but it's okay if you're not going to do it.
I think that Larissa should do the singing, and then I do the silly dancing.
Sure, we could do that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll be as good as my practice session, but... Ah!
Oh, no.
No, not quite.
I
Not
got
quite.
myself a little nervous.
The nerves are just too much.
much pressure.
But yeah, definitely sing for you if you want to dance.
Yeah, I do the dance. I do the shake shake. I put the left hand in, the left hand out. I put the in, the out, the shaky doldrum out.
Oh, dear God.
That's fantastic.
Let's see the performance roll. Let's see how good it was.
And then I turn around. And that's
Oh.
what it's all about, yeah? That's what the hokey pokey is. It's all about dancing.
You want the performance for the dancing?
I'll go on.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect.
Use that inspiration. Do it.
Oh no.
That was beautiful, Xander.
Yeah. I am the graceful as the ballerina.
I don't know what
Sure.
that is, so I have no reason not to believe you.
Magnificent.
They go on the tippy toes and they do the spin.
Oh,
You're pretty sure, Larissa, that you've heard of a ballerina before. It might be a type of
I
deer.
have. Oh,
Some-
very graceful and fast they are.
She's not wrong. Alright, in that case, you all walk over sort of moor and dale throughout the entire day. It's a long trek, and as the sun begins to set once again, you see before you the heart of the storm. The air becomes calmer, the rain stops, and above you you see a sort of a ring of clear skies, and directly beneath it, in this sort of bowl-shaped area of this valley, is some ruins. However, you have one slight complication, and that is, as you look down upon the area, there are a considerable amount of creatures swarming. An entire horde of what look to be, well, the best way to describe them would be, you imagine what goblins would be if goblins had insectoid heads and were covered in chitin. They look like insects. Small ones, mind you. And what was that roll? An Arcana. You know, Orion, where you've come from, the places you grew up and the sort of areas that you know, you have indeed heard of these particular creatures. Let me just get myself an idea of what you may be looking at. Indeed, these are thrycreen. They are normally found underground or in deserts or savannas, which makes this a bit odd. This is not their normal terrain. They are essentially ant people. They are, passably intelligent. They're more of a hive mind kind of deal. Individually, they're not particularly threatening, but in large groups, they are, well, they can be quite devastating. You also know that they consider all other living creatures as potential nourishment, and they particularly love the taste of elves.
I don't know if you know you're muted. Or if you're just lost in concentration.
Well, they wouldn't need heroes if it was easy.
How far away are we from them?
You are currently up the hill, some, I don't know, 300 odd feet.
Can we hear them like chattering or anything? By chance, I know it's a far distance to hear anything chattering, but you never know. You might hear something yelling.
I mean, all of them are kind of talking amongst each other, so yeah, there's a general din that can be heard.
Does it sound like a language any of us might know?
Orion will tell you that they have their own language.
Mhm.
So I don't think any of you would speak it. There's literally their language is Thrycreen.
Oh, okay.
Can I roll something to see if I know any weaknesses they have?
Sure.
Do you want Arcana again?
Sure.
Also, with the building, is it a type of structure I recognise, or is it something different?
It looks old.
Okay.
Very old. As for that Arcana check, you know that they have the ability to change the colour of their carapace to like hide if they want to, but they're not really doing that. In terms of their weaknesses, they tend to attack in swarms, so area of effect abilities are particularly useful against them. But they don't have any particular weaknesses other than that, unfortunately.
Okay. So there's not like a specific element they dislike or anything.
No. You also know that they have a poisonous bite that can paralyze people, and they can jump very far. A Thrycreen's long jump is roughly around 30 feet,
Jeez.
and they can jump
Oh, wow.
15 feet up in the air without a running start.
I pass all of this on.
From our vantage point, can we see what they're doing? Are they doing anything like hostile by chance or anything like that?
They're sort of burrowing about, and they appear to be constructing a hive.
Fascinating.
Again, Larissa, with your Arcana, it was the same as Orion's. You'd know it is very odd to see these here. This is not normal. They don't live in these lands.
If they are bug people, do they follow like a queen or something, or do they have things that make them do swarm behaviors?
Some Thrycreen have well, you know that all of them in general don't have they aren't as prone to emotional outbursts as other intelligent creatures, and are quite muted with their expression of emotions, but some of them are born with psionic powers, and they tend to be the ones to like coordinate the hordes. You don't really, with the chaotic throng before you can't really pinpoint anything or any particular one that might be an issue, but yeah.
So I have no idea why they're in the wrong environment and whatever.
Yeah, it's all a bit weird, honestly.
Hmm.
A bit spooky.
Do any of you guys have like complicated finesse type plans you want to do? Or are we just talking like launch fireballs into the valley?
I believe we should do the thinking, yeah? Before we do the blasty, just to be on the safe side.
Right, this is the thinking time, so...
I do agree. The last party I travelled with did a lot more of the actions than thinking. It didn't lead to good actions.
Alright, well, what's our plan?
Hmm.
I'd like to ritual cast detect magic and see if there's anything like I can see. I mean, I don't think I'm close enough, but still.
You ritually cast a detect magic spell, and fortunately the range is only 60 feet, so the only thing you really detect is the magic of your party members.
Okay.
I mean, there's a somewhat latent magic in the air that you think might be attached to the storm above you, but without being able to get closer to the clouds, you wouldn't be able to discern that.
Are we likely to be fighting in the next hour?
I do not do the planning to do so, no.
It is starting to get
Okay.
dark, so you could take a rest before you head down there, but given that you would be approaching what they are trying to build as a nest, it's probable that they will be hostile.
I really don't want to be swarmed by these while we try to sleep.
What's the current terrain of the area?
So this little ruin and all of the buggy boys are down in this bowl This is the valley bowl area, and you guys are currently up on one of the hills surrounding said bowl.
And we have to get in there for sure.
Yes, this is quite obviously the place where the storm clouds have been leading you to find the book you seek.
Are they within 150 feet of me?
300 yards away. That's what he said.
Oh, sorry.
Um,
Reading something else.
I would like to look around on the ground to see if I see any tracks, just to make sure that they're like not gonna just roll up on us. Because I'm sure they're scouts, maybe.
Up here, it doesn't seem like there's many. No.
Okay. Well,
Yes?
well, we can either rest and keep a watch on them and see what they do. We can send someone down there and try to talk to them, or we can just go and fight them.
But we don't speak their language though, so like how is the talking supposed to work?
That is a good question. What language do they talk?
They have their own language. So since you are not a Thrykean, you don't speak it.
No,
Probably.
I do not.
You're actually pretty sure that even if you did know the general structure of the language, the mouth parts are so different, you don't think you'd even be able to pronounce it.
Well, talking to them is one issue. Then again, I wonder if anyone actually has a telepath ability.
I mean, I could speak to them with messages, but I gotta be 120 feet to them, or I could even try and charm one, but that's even more dangerous.
Indeed, and I don't know, and we don't even know if they are actually have any hostile intentions or not.
All you know is that they're trying to build a nest. They see all other living creatures as potential nourishment. Like they have no quandaries about eating sentient creatures if they have to, and they have a limited range of emotions.
Normally I like the talking, but I don't think this is the best time for it. And distance between them and us is a resource we will lose once they know.
Well, in case if it is to make you feel any better, I have actually come a little bit more prepared for the range side of things, as I just then show my alchemy fire arrows.
That should help.
It could help. But let's see, what is our engagement plan?
Mine is still fireballs.
Yes.
It hits a lot of them at once, which is something they're not great at dealing with. And I can do it from very far away, so that's my opening move.
I suggest we do not do the splitting up and we stay together like a unit, yeah?
Sounds good.
Yes, I agree.
Does anybody else have big kind of blasty spells? Or
I'm
not
afraid
so
no.
much? Okay. Fine.
So you want to go guns a-blazing then?
I mean, if we talk to them and they want to eat us, yes, I do want to set them on fire from the maximum possible distance.
Okay, so it is agreed then. The one who has an ability to talk to them, go talk to them, and if it goes all wrong, we have the range to deal with it. It's just the person who may not go. Let's just say if negotiations go wrong, he'll just have to start running and pray that he doesn't get hit by us.
Can we just verify that you can use message to talk to people without them understanding the language that you're talking in, or whatever? Does it work like that?
Well,
What languages do you speak, Olivia?
we speak Common, Elvish, Goblin, Sylvan.
Okay, use that on me with anything but common, and I'll tell you if I understand.
I will say, this is a great plan in Goblin to her.
You hear the words, Larissa, but you don't understand them.
Okay, I will reach into my bag and get my copper wire and say to him in Infernal, "It's not working." So you hear that in your head as I cast it.
Yep.
In your head. You're welcome. Okay, so that was a lovely test, but I don't think it works.
Whispers.
Has any of you thought of trying to sneak in? That's if anyone has any ability to sneak.
You've seen my
sneaking.
You've seen my ability to sneak already, Damien.
I don't like my odds with, look at like my armor. This
Start.
failed.
Then sneaking is out the window. I guess this is gonna be another one of those days where we're gonna have to start shooting first and then asking questions later. Yes.
Yes, I start fishing in my bag for the bat guano and sulfur.
As much I would like to do the negotiations, I believe that this might be a head-on action.
Well, looks like we are shooting then. Just prepare this alchemy bow.
Okay. Then we have to get within 150 feet, and then I'll give you the signal to start, and it will be a fireball.
I hate this idea.
Symbiotic entity as a precaution.
Okay, so if I'm hearing this correctly, Xander is going down there by himself. Have a little
Volbidian's
chat.
going.
Oh, Volbidian's going.
Volbidian's. Yeah.
I can tackle it.
Message doesn't work. Okay, fine.
Right, Volbidian, Xander, and Perseverance
He said I heard the words but didn't understand.
all going
That's
down.
fine.
Okay.
Alright, and then the other three of you stay far behind.
I'll
So,
cast Shield of Faith.
Shield of Faith, very nice. So we'll put these guys, down the hill somewhat. We'll say maybe sort of 70 odd feet. And as you head down, you are quite blatantly noticed. And the creatures all stop at the same time. You watch about 70 of them, immediately freeze and, stare at you with their beady, bug-like eyes. Their mandibles, twitching slightly. What do, Xander?
I will put my hands up in a very non-hostile manner and go, hello, we do the talking of the peace, we mean you no harm, we are just the travelers exploring, yeah?
The creatures make no move.
Oh, okay, hold up a second, Xander. Volbidian takes a few steps closer and takes out 5 rations and puts them on the ground, and then backs up.
As you step closer, some of the ones closest to you begin surging forward, and not long after that, the rest of them start to follow.
I drop the rations on the ground and back up with hands up in the air. A little bit of sweat coming down, a little down.
Trying to close to 150 feet.
And just wait to see if they even look at the rations.
I've got an answer for you.
The answer, roll initiative.
Roll initiative.
Yeah.
Can I
Oh, yeah.
can I shoot a fireball since I was watching for this?
I mean, I don't know, guys. Did you hear that she was readying a fireball? I'm not too sure I did.
No.
I wasn't quite sure.
I think it was Frostbolt.
Given
Okay.
given
Nope,
that
you're right. I didn't say it.
given that you have stated it many times, I will say that yes, you did have a fireball ready for this occasion.
Ooh.
Would you like to click, for the first time since you started playing D&D, the fireball button.
I would like to click the fireball button.
It's one of the best buttons in D&D to press. Oh boy, 31 damage. We're
Oh, hang
missing
on.
one.
Are any of those ones? One of those is a 1. I'm going to re-roll that. Because of my thingy.
Elemental Adept? Oh no, Flames of Phlegethos. Yes.
So that is a D6. Have to take whatever this is.
Ooh,
Perfect.
so you end up doing 35 damage instead. Marvelous.
Okay. And I will turn my glowing auras on.
That is a high save for these little fellas. Let's see what exactly they do about this. Dear Lord. I don't think... I mean, if something... You know what, let me just get the numbers. As
Numbers.
you have just thrown an enormous boom boom at the bugmen, the bugs, the boom bugs, and of course now my internet decides to be slow and I'm trying to load a page. Come on. There we go. So, okay, they've got a passable dex save. Passable. We'll see how many of the ones you hit actually make it. 1, 2,
That's a lot of
3,
ones.
4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of them save, and the other 13 die immediately. Boom! I mean, that's like, it's not all of them. There's quite a few, but like, you target a fireball into the center of their ranks, and loads of them just go flying. Some of the charred ones sort of limp forward, and the ones which were off out of the area of effect like continue to rush past. So let me just make a note of that in my notepad. That is quite silly. And now we will roll for their initiative, their collective initiative, because they are good boogie boys. Right, so next we have Volbidian.
Two, because I thought I go next because I got this to 17.
Oh, you did, silly me. There was a turn taken at the beginning of the combat, and I was like, yeah, that's the first person. I meant to say, Damien.
Right. Well, here comes the second bombardment as I use one of my alchemy fire arrows. So,
Marvelous.
so first I just roll me lumber attack. Does that hit?
Give me a wee moment. Unfortunately, 14 misses.
14? Mm-hmm. Says 15 on my thing, but okay. Mm-hmm.
Does it? Oh! I was looking at my roll. Yes, a 15 hits.
Okay, cool. Then, because it's an alchemy fire, so what? I roll normal damage and then the alchemy fire comes afterwards?
Yes, it does.
Okay. And I'll also be using my bonus action to add in an extra d4 to the standard damage, so here it comes. Like piercing. There's an extra 3, and what does it do? I now roll an extra d4 for the fire damage.
Aye, you do.
Cool. For the fire. Wow. I think it's on fire.
Give me just a moment while I get the rest of these tokens out. As you can see, there's a lot of them.
Yep.
Perfect. This is how we die.
Beautiful. So, 5. Your key damage and then the fire damage is enough to take one of the ones that was hit by the fireball and kill it off.
Ah, cool.
And you get a second attack because you are a 5th level monk now.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh no! Right, and he fires another shot.
An
I
easy
think
hit.
That definitely hits. And here comes the damage again.
Pew.
5 piercing.
Pew, I say pew.
Yep, and that's it. I have done my bonus action to putting the extra damage on the other one, so that's it. Now it's my standard bow. It's like standard arrow. I didn't use another thing. I was just testing it out.
An 8. In that case, now we go to Volbidian.
That is a lot of angry things.
Aye, that it is.
You said we're kind of in the eye of the storm?
Yes, there is no more rain and thunder in this area. No strong winds.
I was going to say, so there's no strong winds. Okay, perfect. I'm going to move over here. I believe that should be not too far. Yeah, right there. And I am going to cast Pyrotechnics, hopefully in a 20-foot area, I think.
Is it a 20-foot area or a 20-foot radius?
Let me double check what it said. It said 20-foot radius.
In
So
that
20
case,
feet from me.
It's actually a 40-foot area because
Perfect.
it goes out 20 feet in either direction.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to cast smoke on my square to kind of protect the three of us from being seen.
Oh, smoke. So you want it to be like this?
Yeah.
Big cube in front of yours?
Yep, so it's a thick black smoke spread out from the target in a 20-foot radius, moving around corners. It's heavily obscured. The smoke persists for 1 minute or until a strong wind disperses it to hide us.
Right. In that case, you conjure up a thick cloud of smoke in front of you in order to foil any potential attackers, and that is a smart move. Are you making any movement or bonus actions after this?
I will cast a Bardic Inspiration on Perseverance.
Oh,
Hey.
Yeah, see how that goes.
horny
See
tinplate
what you can
man.
do.
You feel inspired.
That's
I am
1d6.
still aspiring. Okay.
Go Perseverance.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a melee fighter.
It works out for you.
Alright, sorry. I had my turn planned down, then I realized a hitch.
You don't want to let
I'm a
that
genius
smoke
like
go to waste.
Right, so we're going to... What we're going to do is we're going to pop out to here. And we'll say to this boy that he's getting hit with a guiding bolt.
Ooh, guiding bolt. Let's see it. Well, you certainly get him with it as you sort of wind back your hand and send the bolt soaring towards him, and the sort of radiant spear peels through the creature's armor and delivers a rather grievous wound. It begins to glow.
And then I will slide back into here.
The smoke, yes. So, Orion, you wish to use a shatter. Make sure you are in range, of course. I forget what the range of shatter is. Let us see. Is a range of 60 feet, so you may have to hold your action for after their turn before you can get a blast off, but that is fine, because, yeah. 8. In that case, you will hold your action and we'll go to Thrakreen. who are going to move and dash. So we'll go there, just so I can mark it, and here they come. They're running.
Buzz, 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 buzz.
Indeed, they sprint with the fury of 1,000 suns, unable to see their targets, but ahead they march anyway, sort of starting to close in towards the area where their enemies can be found. Just really trying to close in on that front line. Angrily buzzing as, insects do. Really going for it. You got to admire them. The graft it's got to
brave
take.
lads.
Exactly. So brave. Admire their bravery. Do not admonish, for they are the bravest of us all. And that's their entire turn as they they basically spend their entire turn dashing. Now, we can now get ourselves a shatter going from Orion. Which group are you hitting? We're like going over here. We're doing a little bit of the middle. We're doing a big old cluster here. As long as it's within 60 feet, you're golden. It'd have to be somewhere along this front line anyway. Nice. Alright, we'll do a big old blast over here then. Shatter is a 10-foot radius sphere, so we'll see how many we can grab in that 10-foot radius. Be this big, so ideally I think the most you could catch is these three fellas. Okie dokie, let's get some con saves going. And their con saves, not as good. Not as good, not gonna lie. And not a single one of them saves. So
Perfect.
this one gets severely wounded on its last legs. This fella, the blaster rips through him, although he is still standing, and same with this fella down here. He gets bloodied by the explosion, but otherwise he's still doing all right. As we go to Xander Titus.
Xander Titus.
Xander Titus.
So, I do have an idea, but I might be misreading this spell, so let me just check. So, shall we do a Call Lightning?
So Call Lightning is a spell that you drop it in a square, and anything next to that square or in it gets blasted.
Ah, perfect. What about this lot over here then?
You would be. There's no more than. If you put it here, you would hit 3.
Okay, is that the maximum I can see?
Yes.
Do you want to change the plan? No, I've committed. I said it. Let's do it. Cool Lightning at level 3.
You call the lightning, yeah, and that is max damage.
Yeah. Excellent.
That is all 3 10s. I would like a slow clap from everyone. Just
Congratulations.
Ends across the
congratulations.
Congratulations.
Dear Lord.
board. Screenshot that for prosperity.
One of them saves and takes half damage, but the other 2 are going to take some serious boom. Even the ones that fail do survive, but they can only really hang on with a thread of their life force left after taking such an enormous hit.
Nice.
And are almost certainly fucked.
As a bonus action, I should cast Shillelagh.
Lovely. You say you drop the lightning as an action. Bonus action, you light up the snake staff. It begins to hiss in your hands. And we go to Larissa. I'm assuming.
You have a good guess?
Is it a Boom
Not this
2
turn.
Electric Boogaloo? Electric
We will
Boogaloo.
find out. Yes, it is.
Good old electric boom glue.
All right.
So give
that
me the
looks
area
good.
of your spell.
I have another one in there though, so we will just fix that. Hopefully, this 2. That's fine.
34 damage.
But yeah, we could have a nice sphere out here somewhere. I'm not sure what the best place is.
So keep that there. Keep that there.
You got it.
So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's a lot of boys.
It is.
Let me recount that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Dear Lord.
Good news, this is the last spell slot of this level, so
Only 3 of them save.
okay.
So yeah, jeez. So the first one saves. Was it 34? So he takes just a huge chunk and goes down. But as for everyone else, blip, 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 blip. This one lives. And then blip, blip, blip. This one lives. You have quite efficiently cleared that side and blip. As yeah, you just throw out the fireball, it erupts outwards, and again, a whole swath of them just go flying away.
And I can let go of this now.
Yeah.
Alright, thank you.
Your evil laughter echoes throughout the valley as you.
I'm keeping people from being eaten. That's not evil.
You revel in the destruction of the enemy
Sure.
before you, routing them even, Damien.
Kiko raid! Kiko raid!
Oh, really?
Oh,
We have ourselves a
my God.
Kiko raid.
Raiders?
welcome.
Holy crap!
I-
Hello,
Wow.
Kiko Raiders!
I was
Hello,
hoping
Pico Raiders.
I was hoping to get myself some to get notified of that, but my stream did not warn me. Thank you, Kikoskia, for the raid, and 69 raiders too. How fantastic!
Really
Holy
fun.
crap!
As they say,
Hello, friends.
nice.
Nice.
Now that we have a really large audience, I'm gonna unmute.
Awesome.
Oh gosh.
Go, Damien.
Right.
Show
Right,
these
okay.
creatures how this is done.
Okay, so what shall Damien do? Right, so he's going to activate his Radiant Soul. He is. So he
Ooh.
will activate his wings and he will start flying.
Damien,
And-
what does it look like when your Radiant Soul activates?
So when he activates his Radiant Soul, you will his hair glows a more of a brighter gold, and his eyes his pupils just disappear. You just see nothing but just like it looks like just a gold glow coming from his eyes, and you just see these 2 gold phantom angel wings just sprout from his back.
So a
And
lot
he
like
just-
your token art then.
Yep, just like my token art that I've
Marvellous.
designed. Then he elevates from the ground and he flies his way over. He has his bow still equipped, and he's going to take a couple more pop shots from those at a distance. He is.
Alright, well, let's see some attack rolls then.
Okie dokie. And with his Radiant Soul activated as well, he can also cause some radiant damage as well. He causes radiant damage equal to my level, so he will cause 5 radiant damage per attack.
It is only on the first attack on your turn, I'm afraid.
Okie dokie. Well,
Still,
it's still good.
indeed.
Right.
Shoot!
Okay, so here comes the first longbow attack. Does it hit?
Oh, absolutely. Arrow sails through the air, catches one of the wands on the outside of the smoke cloud. Show me that damage.
Cool. So let's see that damage. That's 5, but plus his radiant damage, so that'll be 10.
Are you going to use your key archery at all to get some more damage on there?
Unfortunately, it takes up a bonus action, and
Oh.
his Radiant Soul also takes up a bonus action as well.
Well, in that
It
case,
does, so
you do have another attack still. Are you going to target the same one or a different one?
I'm going to target the same one. I am.
Excellent.
Okay, so So one more shot from Damien.
Hugh? Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yes.
Don't worry about damage. He is so low on hit points that your arrow sails through the air and catches it in between its sort of mandibles as the ant-headed beast falls to the ground. And you've done your movement this turn, so that is everything. As we go to the marvellous Volbidian. You've still got the smoke sort of emanating from your hands, from your pyrotechnics.
Yeah. Trying to figure out what to do here. Well, let me check the spell real quick. I'm sorry. 20 feet. Okay. Let's see here. What do we have? I'm gonna cast sleep on that spot right there that I was targeting right here.
Which spot? Okay,
The one-
I will say that sleep is generally more effective on a group of creatures with lower hit points. The ones back there have not been injured, so knowing this, would you change your area of effect at all?
Yeah. I mean, where are the most damaged ones then?
Literally, the entire row in front of you has all been damaged by some sort of fireball or shatter or lightning. So any of those would be a sure shot for you.
Alright, so sleep should be able to get all these ones straight here from that spot, so I'll
certainly
try that.
So what level are you casting sleep at, first of all?
I'm going to cast it at level 2.
Alright, you upcast your sleep into a higher slot, and I think it's 78?
Yes, it should be 78. Let's see if that rolls it right. Ooh.
So 26.
No, that...
This fella, he's asleep. This fella, he's asleep, and that's it.
No, well, I tried.
Yeah, two of them just as they're rushing forward, just trip over. Their faces grind through the dirt, and they just stop moving, start snoring.
And I will give a bardic inspiration to Xander.
Thank you.
Marvelous. In that case, perseverance. It's your turn, my lad.
Alright, right, so I'm gonna get right up to here. And then this boy is getting hit with some secret flame.
There is a slight problem with that.
Oh.
You are currently inside the area of a thick cloud of smoke. As such, you do not have a
Oh,
line of sight on your opponent.
Oh, he's entirely obscured.
As are you now, yes. If that information would make you retcon any of your actions, then feel free to do that. Yeah, basically, anything in the smoke will have disadvantage to hit anything that is, they cannot see. And because you can't see them, they cannot be targets of spells unless you're using an area of effect.
Okay.
I mean, you can run up to him and swing at him if you wanted. You'd have disadvantage then.
Actually, before it had entered the smoke cloud, this boy here he would instead get hit with Sacred Flame.
Oh, marvellous. In that case, let me see what he gets for his dexterity saving throw. Not enough. Show me that damage. 1! Yeah!
Oh, I am missing that agonizing smite.
The agonizing blast, yeah. You summon up your sacred flame, and the heavens light up with celestial fire, and they spit out a beam of raw energy that does a single point of damage, bouncing off of the creature's head. It makes a noise. You don't understand what it's saying, but you're pretty sure it's the Thrycreen equivalent of "ow."
I need to get the holy symbol reforged. That's my turn.
Not as glorious as you would have liked. Orion.
Basically, what Orion's going to do is he's waiting for them to close in, and the largest concentration of them is going to receive a shatter.
Marvelous. In that case, you're going to let them take their turn, and then you're going to give them the big blast.
Yes.
That is a fantastic strategy.
I'm going to put the hammer down.
In that case, the raging throng of Thrycreen begin to surge forward, and so some of them are not going to be able to make attacks. This one is going to sort of rush off into the smoke. They're going to move as far as they can. That one's asleep. Let's see. That one was there. There's not much use for them. This one's going to take a dash and get all the way over here. One's going to dash. This one's gonna dash. Some more dashes. Not all of them are gonna head into the smoke, but most of them are, because they are being psionically commanded to deal with the threat. As using their actions, they will rush up. A few of them didn't need to dash to get into contact, so there are going to be some attacks this round. This fella in front of you steps forward. So there are going to be 4 of them that actually get to hit stuff, but not before you get to shatter.
All right, basically from the very front line, basically centered right behind this one.
Yep.
Um,
So you want this to be your area, basically.
yes.
Marvellous. In that case, let's see your damage. 6 Constitution saving throws, and well, only one of them saves. Dear Lord. You send out your hands, your spell books. The pages sort of scroll through wildly as there is an enormous burst of energy, and you hear the shrieking of many creatures in that area. One of them, this one, takes half, but the others are all going to take the full weight of your magical might, as they get severely, at least the ones in the front line get severely wounded, almost to the point that they fall, and the ones at the back get bloodied from the blast. Excellent. So now we get Thri-Kreen attacks, and we're going to see exactly how many they get each. You've certainly thinned the horde on its way here, but now it is time. Oh yes. Okay, so each of them gets to make 2 attacks. However, they will be attacking with disadvantage because they can't see what they're doing. So first of all, we are going to have 2 of them making swings at good old Perseverance. None of those hit you. With their disadvantage. Actually, 2 attacks each. It should have been 8, but never mind. And then 2 attacks on Volbidian. We will have the first one make its attacks with disadvantage. No. And the second one make its attacks with disadvantage. Ooh, does an 18 hit you?
An 18 matches, so yes.
Excellent. Okay, so the first attack gets a natural 1. The second one, even with disadvantage, does manage to scrape you. And we'll see how much damage a Thri-Kreen Claw does. Oh, more than I was expecting, if I'm honest. Volbidian, you take 6 points of damage.
Ow.
Ow. Xander Titus.
Well, firstly, there are actually, I think, 2 of them just in my spore bubble.
Yes, you can use your reaction to deal your symbiotic spores damage to one of them if you desire.
Yes.
As you hold out your elephant hands, I don't know how that works, and the black spores of your halo grabs one of them and drags it to an early grave. It gets burrowed into by the black cloud and falls. I mean, you don't see it happen, but you hear it. It's quite satisfying.
Like, yeah, this is a good day, yeah.
and
well,
yeah.
since it worked the first time, let's do the cool lightning again, because I got 1 more slot on that level.
You don't actually have to. So Cool Lightning is a spell you concentrate on, and then basically you get 10 minutes. Every time you drop a lightning bolt, the duration goes down by 1 minute. So you have 10 of those before you have to cast another spell.
Oh, I see. Can I move it then?
Yes, right here, if you were to drop the lightning, would hit 4 of them.
Yes, very good. I like this plan.
As again, you raise your hands up into the sky, your eyes light up with oh no.
Not high roll this time.
Compared to the 30 you rolled last time, no. Dear
Sad.
Lord.
No 10-10-10s.
No, triple 10s, and oh my days, 2 of them save.
Wow.
So, the first one, I mean, I'm not going to say he takes the hit because he's still ridiculously injured, but he manages. This one at the front looks on the verge of collapse, and the fellas behind him not doing so great either, if I'm perfectly honest.
Excellent. Where shall I move to? I'll tell you what, I'll move to here.
Yeah.
And am I still allowed to attack?
Using Cool Lightning does use your action, I'm afraid, so you wouldn't be able to attack this turn.
That's fine. I will just wait.
Marvellous. So you call down the lightning and then you ready yourself, sort of you square up to the Thri-kreen and you dare it to do something. Larissa.
Alright, let's see if we're still lucky today. Yes! Fantastic.
No wild
Okay, so
magic.
we're going
Yay.
to Scorching Ray, 1 ray at each of these 3 guys.
Triple pews, that's what we like to see. 1 hit, 2 hit, and a miss, unfortunately.
Okay.
So
First damage. Is there a 1? Nope, that's
there is
fine.
not a 1, unfortunately.
Second damage.
Not a 1
That's
there
not
either.
1. So that is my turn.
Alright, you sort of send out 3 beams arcing through the smoke and the battle. 2 of them take significant blows, and we go to Damien again.
Oh, here comes Damien. Right. Okay. So, so Damien can only fly up to 30, so he'll be up to about here. Again, and he's gonna take a pop shot at this geezer. Yes, with his bow.
His bow.
With his good old long bow.
Aye, lad.
Here we go.
The accuracy today is off the charts. Go ahead.
And let's see that damage.
You. And then 13 because of the radiant. Are you going to add your key empowered shot?
No, I'm not. Not for this one.
Well, in that case, it doesn't quite fall.
Ah, bagger. Okay, cool. And well, guess what? I'm shooting it. I'm shooting it again.
Marvelous. Show me. Show me the power. Ooh.
Natural 20.
Perfect!
I'm so sorry, my friend. You're going to wish you hadn't used a crit on this particular one, but
I know, but
I mean,
still.
it's dead. I can tell you that much. It's gone.
Yeah. Should I just roll the damage to see what I do?
Oh, of course. Yeah, by all means. Show me. It would have been beautiful. Beautiful damage. But regardless, it's more than dead. It's double dead. It's more dead than... Yeah.
It's pink misted.
Indeed. Splat. Volbidian.
All right. So I'm going to step out of the smoke. Is that going to incur attack of opportunity?
It will incur 2 attacks opportunity, but both of them are going to be made, you guessed it, with disadvantage. And no, you're fine. Neither of them hits.
Okay. So I have a question.
Yeah.
What is this one back here in the corner?
It sort of seems to be standing there and waving its antenna at the others.
Xander? Get me over to that one, if you don't mind.
You want the lobbing into the sky, yeah?
Yes.
The fastball
Okay.
special.
Time to do the fast ball, yeah? Let's do
Yes.
it.
And I will crawl up and
Where the hell was this when Dorian was around?
crawl up into Xander's arms and wait to be thrown.
Excellent. I'm assuming what you're going to save your action for.
Charming it.
Ooh, very smart. Okay, perseverance then. You are surrounded. I mean, you feel like you're surrounded. You can't really see because there's smoke everywhere, but you can hear clicking and clacking all around you of many bugs.
So I hear boss clacking. This boy. I guess I'll take a swing at him.
I mean, yeah, you'll have disadvantage, I'm afraid to say, which doesn't really assist you. With a natural 1, you swing and you miss, but you do have a second attack with your sword.
I do.
Mr.
I am
Hero.
a level 5 paladin now.
Indeed. Unfortunately, with a disadvantage.
Yeah, no, actually, it's not even worth throwing stuff into that.
You're not
to
gonna.
make it work.
You're not gonna use an inspiration.
No.
Okay, in that case, you sort of just swing your sword in the smoke, sort of flailing blindly. Nothing connects, unfortunately. But next,
That's my turn.
we go to Orion.
All right. Orion's going to move 30 feet over to here.
Yeah.
And then he's going to use an up... Actually, no, he can't upcast it, because I've already used both spell slots. But he's going to single target blast that this Thrycreen over here with
Yeah.
magic missile.
Marvelous. So the missiles of force leap from your fingertips. They dart over the battlefield, sort of sticking to the surface, and leap up, smashing the creature in its face several times. It sort of staggers, and you see that it manages to keep concentration on whatever it's currently doing.
Alright. Good to know.
Indeed. Next is the Kreen. They come in. They all dogpile in. Poor Perseverance. This is your life now.
Oh. I might have made a slight miscalculation.
Let's do it still asleep.
This is fine.
This is fine.
Okay.
This is fine.
My good friend Perseverance. They're all attacking with disadvantage. Nope.
The others
nope.
goes.
Nope. A 19 hits.
I'm going to use. Okay.
Nope. Nope. Yep. Nope. Okay, so you get hit twice.
Okay.
Luckily, the crit is avoided by that. And are you going to? Are you happy to take those hits?
Yeah. Wait, which ones? Which ones are the hits?
The ones that are hits. Oh dear lord! Don't ask me that. This one, and this one in the corner.
Oh, as in, is that against armor class
Oh.
18 or 20?
Good question. One is against armor class 21. One is against armor class 19. You've got
Okay,
Shield of Faith,
so-
haven't you?
Yes.
One hit.
That sad noise from the DM. There's like, ugh.
Wow. You take 4 damage. Why do I even bother?
Perfect.
However, now we're going to have a little bit more fun because the ones that are outside of the spoke now get to attack without disadvantage. So there's going to be 4 attacks on you, Volbidian. A 21 hits.
Yep.
And then there is going to be 4 attacks on good old Xander Titus.
Yeah.
Again, 1 hit.
Nice.
They will wear you down with sheer numbers. 8 damage. And then 4 attacks on Orion. No hits.
Okay.
They scratch against your shield and your mail to no effect. And one of them takes... which one were you going to spore with that 1 damage?
I guess whoever is the weakest, if there is one.
Yep. There's one which is very close to dying. Xander, it's your turn.
Well, it's time to... Let me just take these temporary hit points off. Right, time to do the old throwing arm.
Oh, yes. You know what? I'll let you do this as a move action. So
Perfect.
you load up Volbidian on your shoulder, and it's time to yeet. Make me an athletics check.
Oh dear.
Volbidian, you can make me an athletics or an acrobatics check to assist this roll as you are being thrown also. Marvellous. Okay. That averages out pretty nicely between the two of you. So, Volbidian, you are very small and quite light, so I'm going to say that Xander gets you all the way over there.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Are you in range to do the held action that you had?
No, unfortunately.
Ah, that is indeed a shame. But Xander, you still have a bonus and a normal action.
Excellent. Well, I did ask. Well, Arcanum gave me permission to do this, so let's call lightning in that lovely center there.
Oh, okay. So essentially, you're like, "Are you having trouble over there? I can use the lightning."
Exactly. That. Do not worry, honey man in the tin plate. I got this. I do the bang bangs and the boom booms, yeah, and then bang.
yeah.
With that word, I
Perseverance.
just raised my sword up into the air.
Just do
To
it.
lightning rod.
Marvelous. Okay, so 9.
Beautiful.
9 dexterity saving throws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them save. But let's see if
Wow.
that is enough. Roll me that damage. And Perseverance takes the full damage too.
Yes. Damage.
Oh no, another 14. Right, so let's go round. This fella, he's still going. He's alright. He's not too bad actually. It's not too bad. This one takes the full damage. He's alright. This one's dead. Blech. This one also dead. Blech. This one dead. This one. Actually, no, that was one of the fails. So he's not dead, but he's close to it.
Excellent. As a bonus action and as a peace offering, I shall give Perseverance the healing mush. Oh, for 1 health.
We do like the healing mush. Oh.
Can you use performance inspiration to boost that or not?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I'll allow a use of the D4 to raise that
Thank
a
you.
little bit.
It's twice as much now. It's
You
not
can always use
helping.
the Bardic.
Sometimes I give you
I
guys
am
everything,
fine.
and you still fail me. Excellent. Well,
I'm just good at killing, not healing.
Larissa, it's your turn.
Okay, great. Are there 3 of them with a? Well, okay, I can head 120 feet. So are there 3 of them that look injured?
Yes, these 2 here, this one, and especially this one in between Xander and Orion.
Okay, I will check. Yes. Okay, good. We're going to Scorching Ray at the 3 who look the worst off.
Well, that's 3 hits. Show me that damage.
It's not a 1.
Nope. That
Is a 1.
Yep.
Uh,
Using Flames of Phlegethos, you re-roll that 1, make it a 5. Excellent. Okie dokie. So, he will take the least, and he dies. Let's have a look at who is the most injured here. That one will take the 9, and the 6 will go to this fellow, I think.
and I will move up slightly.
One of them dies, and the other 2 look severely scorched. Damien.
Right. Here comes Damien. Damien flies in and he swoops down and lands in between them. He's first just going to hit this one with his sword. And here we go. Huh. I don't think that one hits.
Didn't know,
Unless
but
I
you
used-
do have a D4 from earlier to spend.
I do. I have that Bardic Inspiration, so I might as well put that in there, see what it can do.
A Catic inspiration. That is enough to turn that miss into a hit. And your frown upside down. Show me the damage.
Right. Let's see this damage. Oh. Here we go.
Oh, yep. You quite happily drop one. Blech.
Excellent. And then, with his second attack, he punches the other one.
Oh yes, your unarmed strike as you sort of wind back the fist and doosh, roll me that damage. Okay, so with the extra radiant, you sort of punch that one into with a burst of damage that certainly makes it stagger with the force of the impact, but it's not die.
Cool. And then I spend a key point and then activate my flurry of blows.
Oh, 2 more attacks. Very nice.
Yep. So here come 2 more monk punches.
You go Fist of the North Star on him and get another hit. Just 1 extra hit. Damage.
Let's see that damage.
5. Lovely. Yes. Not enough to get yourself a kill, but certainly enough to drive it even further towards the grave.
Cool.
Shinderu.
And I get plus 2 AC. Hey! Because I
nice.
did a punch attack.
Good stuff. Volbidian.
So we're going to move forward to get in range. And because we're in combat, I know Charm has disadvantage. But if I upcast it, will it have not disadvantage at that point. That's the question.
Now, I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Upcasting a
Alright, no.
charm lets you have more targets, but doesn't make the charm any stronger. Unless, of course, no, you're not high. You don't high enough level to get the Fey bonus.
Yeah, now I got one more.
One more level. All right. Well, you're gonna cast Charm Person, I assume.
Yep.
So, what's the save it has to beat?
That's my 14.
14. Let's see it.
Yep.
Oh no.
Oh, jeez.
Unfortunately, it doesn't quite succumb to your charms, even without the disadvantage. The advantage.
Okay.
And yeah, it chitters at you angrily. As we go to Perseverance, unless you want to use a bonus action for anything.
I'm going to give myself Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, see, yeah. Sometimes you just got to have some faith in yourself. You know.
That's right. That's right.
I like it. Good. Perseverance.
So, I will disengage.
Okay. You can take a disengage
If I
action.
was to move to here, would I be still obscured?
I will say yes, just barely.
Perfect. And then I'll cast a healing word using my Restoration of Grace feature.
Oh.
I
Nice.
must have misconfigured that.
It's fine. 7 healing though. It's good.
Excellent.
Is that on yourself?
Yep, that's my turn.
Right.
As well.
Orion.
Okay, seeing as this boy down here hasn't succumbed to the charm, he's getting another magic missile.
Ooh, a much girthier hit. The magic missiles slam into it. The bits of its armor go flying. It sort of slumps to the floor, but it does not succumb just yet. Or does it? Okay. All of the Thrycreen around you begin going absolutely nuts as they lose their psychic link with the thing that was like ordering them, and they begin just they just start running.
Gathering.
Yeah. They seemingly ignore all of you as they begin to just flee in every bloody direction.
You know what? Why not? There we go.
You do a little bit of damage to one of them as it runs off.
Come back, you cowards!
And they would be... So that's their turn. Xander.
Excellent. Well, now the main threat has been dealt with. Let's just do a quick healing mush on our good friend in the tin plate. Excellent. Perfect.
Beautiful.
And then I shall move 30 feet.
Hold still, my friend. I shall also grant you some healing.
I'm fine.
Right there.
Thank
and
you,
then I'm gonna cast Call Lightning on this boy.
Well, let's see just how well he takes that. Ooh!
Oh.
Half damage.
Wow.
It doesn't matter. Even with half damage, the lightning bolt just comes down and scorches it to the point where it just falls to the ground charred. And honestly, with the rest of these running, it's pretty safe to say that combat is now over.
Oh man!
Beautiful.
I'm sorry, Larissa, I know you wanted to blow more things up, but...
I did. I was going to ask whether Chaos Bolt counts as a single target spell because it only hits 2 people if you get lucky. And then I was going to twin it and try for 4. Fine. Goodbye, ant people. It's fine.
Oh dear. So, as the smoke clears and the Thrycreen rush off in all directions, you see ahead of you the ruins that they were guarding. An ominous silence fills the air.
Ah, that was the exciting, yeah? Shooting the bugs with the boom booms and the bang bangs, yeah.
It was, and it went well.
Yeah.
That was quite the strategy.
I would admit it was rather satisfying.
Orion slowly makes his way to the ruins entrance.
Okay.
His spellbook now back out, being written in by mystical hands.
Were they building the nest into the ruins?
No, it didn't seem like they'd touched the stonework at all. They were building underneath it, if anything.
Is there an entrance into it?
Yeah, you see a set of stairs goes straight up to like a flat sort of porch, I guess is the best way to say it, and then some stairs go straight back down into the earth.
After a few seconds, the flames flicker out around Larsa.
Yeah.
What do you think the chances are that there's these things inside of the temple, the ruins?
The chances of anything coming from Mars.
Do you want to be absolutely sure?
Ow!
Oh no, that's not how that spell works. Never mind.
I do worry they might come up from below if we're going into the above. And then we might be trapped.
We could have someone who's really good at watching things watch behind us. Actually, I can do that because we found out last time I'm really bad at seeing traps, so I can watch behind us and blast things if they come.
Are you going to be okay to do that? Do we need to rest or anything? Do we even have time to rest? There's a lot of...
I always have Firebolt, if nothing else.
All right.
They strike while the fire's hot.
Right, so, are you guys heading towards the ruins then? You see that Orion's disappeared down the stairs.
As I approach the ruins, I'm going to activate my my light cantrip as I activate my little radiant little halo, which this then bears some light.
A little halo lights up above your head. Ooh.
Yep.
Also, we don't know exactly where that book is, do we?
No.
No.
You said we saw Orion go downstairs?
Yeah, he's gone in.
But we were planning on going up?
No, there's stairs going up onto the ruins thing itself, but they actually go in. There is a set of stairs heading back down.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Orion's already he's going ahead.
Okay, guys, I think we should go.
I think we should catch up with our friend in case something goes awry.
Right.
I'm sure he's fine. Let us do the walkie-walkies. We'll catch up.
Here's
Yeah.
the thing. Can I cast locate object for books?
Yeah, there is a book within 1,000 feet of you.
In what direction?
Towards the stairs heading down.
All right. I guess shall we head down then?
Right. So as you guys get to the bottom of the stairs, you see Orion like frantically taking notes and looking at some inscriptions on the wall, which Orion, these are quite interesting. These appear to be inscriptions of heroes, but you'd expect it to be like Elvish, maybe Dwarvish, given the kind of people that frequented this land before the humans colonized the Heartlands. But
Right.
no, these depictions are all of Dragonborn.
Really?
Yes.
Dragonborn.
Okay.
Is everything written in Dragonborn?
For the most
dragon.
part, a lot of the inscriptions are indeed draconic. Yes.
Sweet.
Perfect.
I read them. I can read them.
Yeah. In that case, you read about some of the heroes of Dragonborn history. In particular, the ones that are sort of glorified here are the champions of Rin, the god of storms. And yeah, how some of them were able to the grand feats of sort of the ability to channel lightning and intimidate their foes with the power of the storm. But there are 3 virtues that all of these heroes are said to have, according to these tales. They are kind, they
Kindness.
are courageous, and they are also... There's not really a word in your languages that sort of translates well, but the closest thing the Dragonborn have to the word that is used for the third virtue is respectability or gentlemanly, something like that. Courteous.
Okay.
There's not really a direct word for in common for it, really.
Is there a word in Elvish that would translate better?
Not
that
really.
would translate better into common for it.
Not really.
Okay, so translating it from Draconic to Elven, and then Elven to common is a good word.
No. But you get the
fair
idea.
enough.
So it's all in Draconic, huh?
So, kindness, courageous, and deference would probably be a good adjective. Basically, respecting those above your station.
Well, I'm not the hero of legend then.
Respect for people? What's that?
Well, it's the respectability that's I mean, I don't know.
Well, Darian's just going to keep going, and if there's any inscriptions or any trap, he's going to check for both traps and any other inscriptions just going forward.
You are almost certain that there aren't any traps here.
Okay.
Given the way that these heroes are described, it doesn't really suit like their virtues to have things like traps in a place like this.
Okay.
But you stay vigilant nonetheless, and as you continue down the corridors, you enter into a large circular chamber. At the other end of the chamber, the walls, or at least the half of the walls that are opposite you, are all mirrored, and you can see your reflections as you sort of enter into the room.
I wave at myself.
I mean, naturally, your reflection waves back.
Okay.
Can I make an Arcana check to figure out if any of these mirrors are special in any way, other than the fact that it's just a giant room of mirrors?
On its own, an Arcana check would glean you very little. You'd have to augment that with some experimentation, or some sort of magic detection, some identification, something like that.
I'm going to cast Identify.
You cast Identify on the mirror, and it is indeed magical. Now
can I make an Arcana check?
As for the nature of the magic, it is... Ooh, what school would it be? Give me a moment. Enchantment.
Oh.
Something interesting?
And you cast Locate Object, didn't you?
Yeah.
Are you still concentrating on that?
Yep.
The book that the spell is pointing you towards is behind the mirrors. Or at least beyond the mirrors.
So where we need to get to is past these mirrors.
It's a dumb idea, but Malvinian walks up and puts his hand on the mirror.
As you put your hand on the mirror, your reflection naturally does exactly the same back, but pressing down upon the surface of the mirror doesn't seem to give any purchase or access.
Are they all actually mirrors, or are some of them an illusion? Like, I can't tell, but if any of you can. I'm more of a blasty type, if you haven't noticed.
A close inspection of all the mirrors, pressing down upon them, reveals that they are all quite solid.
I'm going to get Damien to try and inspect this as well.
Sure, what would you like to roll?
You mentioned about these little mirror things. He's going to just try and feel around on them and see if anything happens.
Of course.
You feel around, but again, it feels like you're just pressing down on an ordinary mirror.
Can I observe using perception, see if there's any interesting nooks or crannies?
Sure, go ahead.
Okie dokie. Let's do this.
It's a mirror.
Can I do a look around through all mirrors and see if there's anything different when I walk in front of them?
Sure. You walk up and down the mirrors, and your reflection does not change
Always the
between
same.
them.
Okay.
I straighten up. I look at my reflection, straighten up my armor a bit, and then say, "So, should we smash them?"
No,
No.
do not touch them in a hostile manner.
Why not?
This place is, well, it's designed for the people who exhibit the virtues of, the Dragonborn heroes of old.
Oh.
If you, I don't think smashing enchanted mirrors, it disregarding the fact that they're magical, smashing them out of hand doesn't seem like a very courageous thing to do, and it would definitely not look good in the eyes of anybody or anything observing us doing this.
Valvidian takes a chance and points up. If this is the final room, what's upstairs? There may be clues to what we do down here.
Read.
Besides the mirrors in this room, are there anything else of note?
I'm afraid not. It's just you, the walls, the floor, the ceiling, and these mirrors.
Might I suggest we go upstairs then and take a look up there before we try and make any effort down here? Because, like I said, we might find something up there to give us a clue.
He's already on his way up.
I will say the only thing you found up the stairs was the passageway with the Dragonborn sort of heroes on them, and then beyond that, it's literally just going outside again.
Okay,
Oh,
so
okay.
with my researcher feat, does that give me any idea if I've seen this before?
You know,
Wait, we have the same feat there, Xander.
Same background option.
no.
Well,
Yeah.
both of you, unfortunately, have not heard much to do with mirrors. You know that mirrors can often be gateways to other worlds, but you don't think that's this kind of magic. The only thing the two of you can think of is perhaps as Orion said, the tenets of the Dragonborn heroes may be a key to passing here.
I'll try reciting them in front by the mirrors.
What do you do, sorry, Arcanum?
Anyone who can speak Draconic here, you probably got the pronunciation down better.
Ah,
Could you
yes.
recite the virtues for me?
Orion
In front of these
recites
mirrors, preferably.
Orion basically says the virtues in Draconic in the room with the mirrors.
The words echo around the room, and nothing happens.
So, if
This is
It's probably a display of those virtues.
Valvidian raises his hand. Let me try one thing real quick. Perseverance. Can you come here real quick?
Certainly.
And I will cast heroism on myself, and
Cast some heroes.
then I will cast healing word on perseverance
Okay.
to see if it does anything. Thinking those would be virtues of kindness.
You
And
feel heroic,
courageous.
and perseverance, you feel a little healed. That's about it.
Oh well, damn.
Orion, this isn't really my strong suit, but can I help with magic investigation at all? Like, I understand the theory, I just don't.
Okay. Sure.
Either the help
Sure.
action or also rolling Arcana. I don't know, but
Basically, I'm just gonna, knowing what I figured out, I'm gonna roll another Arcana check
Okay.
with that help.
Actually, while they're rolling, what is the layout of the room?
It's a big old circle, and the back half of the circular wall is covered in mirrors.
Okay, is there any inscriptions or anything on the walls without mirrors on?
You can make me a perception check.
Perfect.
You can read Draconic, can't you?
Yes.
There is but one inscription. It says, "The Gentleman's Door."
Try
I
bowing in
knock
front of it.
So what was that, Cardius?
Try bowing in front of it.
I shall bow.
You bow in front of it, nothing happens.
I knock
Well,
on it.
You knock on it, nothing happens.
Ah,
Orion, with your Arcana check, with the help of Larissa, the two of you seem to think that the magic you sensed from the Identify seems to suggest that the mirror will react to something that you do, but you're not sure what it is.
Okay.
This gentleman.
You also get the impression that the mirror is warded against attempts to break it. As such, you feel like were you to attempt to try and break them, you would probably be repelled in some fashion, or at least it wouldn't work.
At best, it wouldn't work. At worst, it would retaliate.
Mm-hmm.
I keep that information to myself.
Ryan's basically stating Orion is basically stating that out loud. He's like, yeah, this thing, at best, we're not making any headway. At worst, that thing's gonna fight back.
I walk up to Orion. Dumb idea, but why don't you offer ladies first in Draconic to the mirror and let Larissa try walking into it?
He raises an eyebrow, but he walks over to the doorway, or walks over to the mirror, does a slight bow, and gestures towards it. After you, my lady, in Draconic.
So are you saying that to Larissa?
Yes.
Larissa, do you try and step into the mirror after that?
I'm going to hold my hand out in front of my face, but sure.
As you walk forward, your hand presses against the mirror and you don't get through.
It was a nice try. Thanks for watching, mirror, and I will just kind of stroke it gently.
Apparently, chivalry is dead with the dragon boys.
Oh.
What?
What's up?
Right, Ion. So you said it's a gentleman's door, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Damien just says, why not you ask it, can I come in?
Oh!
Okay.
Orion does so in
say, can I come in?
Orion does it as well at the same time.
You go up to the mirror and you're like, can I come in? And the mirror doesn't reactivate, although you feel like you're onto something.
Did you
Damien.
say please?
You feel like you're onto something.
May we please enter?
Nothing happens.
Oh.
Good sir of the big door, may I please come into your humble abode? I'll be very grateful. Yours sincerely. And he does a majestic bow, all in Draconic.
Nothing happens, and as you sort of get back up from your bow, you just see a reflection staring at you.
Would you give me reflection?
Master Rin, may we please enter?
Nope. Nothing happens. You're all just sort of staring at your reflections, talking into the mirror.
This is so stupid, but we're just grasping at straws.
You feel like you're onto something, but you're not quite there.
I'm going to try to charm the mirror with my racial feet.
Wait.
I want to know if it slams me into the wall. That's fine if it does, but I'm going to
You
try.
throw a charm spell at the mirror, to no avail.
Ah!
Do you have another idea, Damien?
Yes. What?
You stand up to the mirror and you see your reflection sort of staring back at you.
I'm going to approach the door, and I'm going to knock on the mirror as if I'm knocking on the door, gently.
Okay, the reflection knocks back because you're knocking, and then what do you do?
I stand and wait.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Let me try one other thing. I got one other idea.
You walk up to the mirror. You're face to face with your reflection, Volbidian.
Would you like to come out, sir, so I may come in?
As you sort of gesture for the reflection to step out, it does so and then disappears, leaving a space for you to cross over, as you are no longer being blocked by yourself.
What?
Oh.
Impressive. Orion's magic hands are basically taking notes.
Go ahead and scream if it's bad, I guess.
Orion goes forward.
I
He's gonna keep walking.
I was
Damien
tearing
follows.
I was almost tearing my hair out when you invited Larissa in, but not Larissa's reflection. I was like, no.
I knew
mean-
something.
So yeah,
I mean, it's only a difference in direction, so.
in Volbidian,
So-
you can now cross over as your reflection is no longer standing in your way.
I
Is
will
there
walk
any-
through it.
Indication of him being in any kind of danger when he does that?
Nope,
Is he?
he just crosses straight over.
As he does so, Orion does the same thing. He goes, would you like to come in? To his own reflection.
And the reflection steps out of the way, and you are free to continue on.
Which Orion does.
I'm assuming the
How
rest
do
of
we
you
know?
follow suit.
If we can come back
Yeah.
out, though.
I
Courage.
just say. Do you want to come
Take
in?
the defeats. It is one of the courage.
So, one by one, I mean, perhaps, apart from
Okay,
perhaps
the
Larissa.
scaredy cat will go last. That's fine.
Hold on.
Hmm?
Don't worry about it. I have something for you.
So, you're doing it
sure.
perseverance, or?
Yep.
Okay. Xander, are you inviting your reflection in?
Yeah.
Excellent. Volbidian's
Okay.
done it. Orion's done it. Damien's done it. Larissa, you're the only one left in the room.
He apparently just cast heroism on me, so I'm fine. This is no
Yeah.
longer at all risky. It's great.
Yeah, you don't
I
feel
would
scared
go-
anymore.
I'll go and
Great.
write my reflection through because this is a good idea,
Yeah.
and I'll go into the place with that too.
In that case, the lot of you enter out into a small, sort of humble-looking room. Upon a pedestal is a bright, golden-bound book.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Orion is basically, he is taking, wait, what?
I pick it up.
Oh, wait.
You pick up the
Technically, you
book,
did go through first, but
and as you do so, the pages begin to sort of turn on their own until there is a flurry of noise from the pages being turned, and all of you feel that you are imparted with some form of heroic knowledge. And then, something odd happens.
Oh no. Oh wait, sorry. Heroism's still on.
You
we
wake
got
up.
this.
You wake up in Fairhill Town Square, surrounded by the Stormlords, who, upon seeing you awaken, let out a mighty cheer, and there's a crowd of people all around you who are like all cheering. They have
get my
proven
cup
their
out.
courage. They have proven their kindness, and they have proven their ability to be gentle and respectful. They are heroes, everybody. And
Get my cup out.
I get my cop out severity out.
I've been waiting for 3 weeks. Please, please, please.
as yes, suddenly it all dawns on you that everything you experienced was some form of vision quest. However, you have not been left without reward, as the journey you have undergone has each given you some form of boon.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Now, I need to grab myself
So
some
we
D100s.
just basically went on the peyote drug trip.
Kind of.
Yeah.
You're all poured a cup out of the Stormlord's barrel of fine, rather heavy-smelling alcohol, and they also ask if each of you would like to get one of their Rinlanth tattoos.
That's.
What do they do?
Certainly.
Or are they just pretty?
They are
Oh.
proof of your heroism.
I will gladly accept. He holds out his arm.
Alright. So,
Xander's just trying to look for a space at the moment.
covered in
Right,
tattoos.
kind of
he's
same
already.
thing, but because of stripes.
Orion is basically just, he's lost in his own thought, and he's just, his book has not stopped, okay, the Quillen book have not stopped writing
Marvelous.
since he woke up. and he's just like-
Volbidian,
Yes.
you were handed back the baby.
And I hand back the ring. Thank you for watching him. It means a lot to me.
So, I'd like all of you to roll me a D100, please.
Oh, good.
Oh
Excellent.
gosh. All roll.
To
one
see
D100.
what boon the sort of Vision Quest book gives you.
Oh bloody hell, an 8.
Like
Jesus.
a nice round number.
Yeah, Xander's like pointing to Perseverance, going, I think you should have the tat on the forehead. It will be the most intimidating thing they see, yeah?
275.
Okay, so Volbidian, Damien, and Xander, each of you can either gain a new skill proficiency or gain an expertise in one that you already have.
Okay.
Larissa and Perseverance, you guys got the same number as well. Ooh. Okay, both of you gain a first level spell that you can cast without using a spell slot. After you cast a spell, you can roll a d6. On a roll of a 1 to a 5, you can't cast it again until the next dawn. The spell can be taken from any list.
Ooh.
And Orion, you gain resistance to one damage type of your choice.
Oh, really?
Indeed.
Perception for me.
So it's at least a daily spell, but if we roll that 6, then we get another use.
No. Yes, sorry. It is a daily spell, and on a roll of a 6, then you can use it again and
then
keep
roll
rolling.
again.
Yeah. On a roll of a
Okay.
1 to a 5, it becomes not usable. Any first level spell.
Alright.
This gets added to your list.
What was it again for the people with the low rolls? They can get a proficiency, or they can.
You can get one skill proficiency or gain an expertise in a proficiency you already have.
Okay.
All right.
Interesting.
So for my Stormlord's boon, I'm choosing resistance to psychic damage.
Oh. A good pick, I would say.
It was either it or force.
And now, the bit you've all been waiting for, the experience.
XP.
Dun, 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 dun.
For today's session, each of you gains 2,067 experience points.
And what is their liquor like? Is it good?
It is some of the finest you have ever tasted.
Oh, fantastic.
Well worth the 2 weeks wait and going on a strange vision quest.
I knew it would be.
Alright, well.
Hang on, just as a thing. Having realized that that's a vision quest, was the run-in with the nobles not an actual thing?
No, that was another one of your tests.
Okay.
Oh.
You'll notice I
I
didn't
guess
roll
that
for
means
encounters
I don't
today.
have to check on them if they're not real.
Yeah, you'll notice I didn't roll for encounters on the road today because they were all set.
Oh.
But does that mean Volbidian still has his gold?
Volbidian does still have his gold, yeah.
Yay.
Yes, because that was something I was wondering. Is like, wait a minute. If we didn't go anywhere, what the fuck?
Well.
Oh, damn it. I am 100 points short of level 5.
What was the?
Oh, sorry. Everyone can get an extra 100 experience points. Yeah, there you go.
What was the roll thing that we can do when we level as well? Was it roll once and then we can roll again
so
and keep
rolling
the
for hit
average
points, you can always roll once, and then if you don't like the roll, you can either take the average or you can roll again, but you have to take the second roll.
Okay.
5 is, I think, average for
it is
a
average.
bard, so you can either take you can take a 5 or try and roll higher.
Yeah, I'm just
Excellent. Because of that extra experience, I just dinged.
That's what we like
Yay!
to see. Get everyone on a level playing field. But we shall end the session there for today. We do have some shout-outs, however. We have 2 artists with us today. Perhaps you'd like to start, Damien. Tell us all about your Ko-fi.
Hello, well, my Ko-fi. So, yes, once again, I'm a freelance artist, graphic designer and illustrator, and I specialize in drawing character art, like D&D art. I've also illustrated my character, which you see here. and also at the moment I'm also growing some bots as well. So you might want to check that out later on when I get those finished.
Marvellous. And our other artist, which I'm sure many of you will already be familiar with, Alien Cabalion.
There's a strange rumour going around, mate, about apparently me being an artist. So, I mean, you can check out my Ko-fi account if you want to. I do some art on my, free time. You know, some of them look like elephants. Some of them don't look like elephants. Some of them look like happy elephants. They're about to numb your brain. We shall see.
Yes, I should say that Cabalion did do my my channel avatar, as well as my title card, which I will put up on the screen now. Isn't he lovely? That's what we like to see. But yes, in any case, I would like to thank all of you for playing, and I'd also like to thank all of our viewers, especially those who've come over from the Kikostio stream and decided to stay and watch the fun, basically, as you guys went through
seriously,
Vision
thank
Quest.
you. You guys are
Thank
amazing.
you.
Thanks so much. You guys are awesome.
And we are still on track for a session at 6:30 on English time on Sunday. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that it stays that way. Thank you everyone for watching, and good night. Say good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night and good luck.